Hi people, TS here, just doing my preview of our FA Cup third round fixture away against Blackpool. It'll be interesting to see what sort of team we play, bearing in mind all the injuries we have at the moment. Usually this sort of competition is a game, especially in the third round, is a game where, you tend to field more of like your squad players and give certain players a rest, but in certain positions of the pitch, we're so bare to the brim of what we have that I can see us actually playing a somewhat quite strengthened side, and that's what I'm going to go with for my predicted 11. So I'm going to get straight into it. In goal, I'm going to go with Cech. It's evident that Leno is like the Premier League goalkeeper, and bearing in mind Cech was never brought out of the team based on mistakes. He was only brought out of the team based on injury, and I believe that he will play this game. Sticking with a back three, I'll go with a back three of Sokratis. He's the best of a bad bunch at the moment in defence, and the way he is, how he's combative and stuff will be required for this game, because Blackpool will try to get physical with us. Technically they can't match us, but they will try to get physical with us, and they will try to cause somewhat aerial threats and presence, because of course we're currently weak in defence, and them knowing that's going to be one of their only hopes of getting through this tie. So I will think Sokratis will be vital for this game. Alongside him, I'd put in Koscielny. He had a better game against Fulham. Of course, he's still, on his rehabilitation from his long-term injury. But at this current moment in time, we don't have the players, to give him a full rest. And then the third centre-half I'd put in there for this game would be Cech Medley. Now, he hasn't been given an opportunity in the Premier League. I've actually called for him to be given an opportunity, and I think this is the perfect game to put him in. The only left-footed, left-sided centre half that we have, and I think that he'll do a good job. And the only way to see how good he is to play him. So I would personally put him in for this game, and I think he'll do a good job at centre half. I'll stick with the same wing backs we've had of the last couple games. Kolasinac down that left hand side and Maitland on the right hand side, and they'll be vital to our attack in this game. And I think definitely we need to have these guys flying forward, and of course they still need to work on their defensive duties, because going forward they're both fantastic, but the defensive duties they both are liable to getting caught out. But I believe the two of them will do a great job in this game, and will be pivotal to us getting the result and going through to the fourth round of the FA Cup. The two in midfield, I'd actually stick with the two that played against Fulham, of Xhaka and Guendouzi. Some people may say Torreira may be ideal for a game like this. It might get a bit, physical, a bit nippy. Maybe have someone like Torreira on the bench. Personally, he's looked tired of recent, and he was on the bench against Fulham, come on at half time, and maybe the similar sort of situation in this sort of game. But I personally wouldn't start him. I wouldn't want to risk him for this sort of game, because we've got a lot of bigger games coming up, which we will need him in. So having him as an option to come off the bench, I'll say would be more ideal than, of course, playing them from the start. So I'd stick with Xhaka and Guendouzi in the middle. Just in front of them, I'd stick with Iwobi. I thought he had another good game again against Fulham. He did very well in terms of the creative side of stuff. Couple misplaced passes here and there, but he's in good form at the moment. He had a great performance against Liverpool, great performance against Fulham, and bearing that in mind, as much as we want to give certain players a rest, I think he has to play again this game, and hopefully he has another good game against Blackpool. And then I'd stick with the front two. Front two I'd go for this game would be Lacazette and Nketiah. You'd have someone like maybe Aubameyang on the bench, and I think this might be something quite crucial to us, because in the league, I know Emery wouldn't start with Nketiah and either Lacazette or Aubameyang, but then Nketiah's on the bench, and if we need a goal, he doesn't really want to bring him on, because he doesn't have the experience. But I think if a game like this, if you play with Nketiah and Lacazette, they're both quite good in terms of holding up the play and bringing others into play. So holding up the ball and bringing others into play, and like I said, you have the likes of Aubameyang on the bench in case things aren't going to plan. And of course, it's the fact of not playing both of our top talisman, and risking one of them getting injured in a big game like this. But I think that would be a good idea from Emery. I think both these guys, they've got no issues dropping deep to collect the ball, and I think I think it would still be a solid enough strike force, to cause problems to Blackpool, and hopefully that's we see something similar to this on Saturday. So that's my preview for the game. If you're new to the channel, subscribe. Leave your comments down below. Give me your score prediction and your starting 11 for this game. I do think we'll win. I think we'll win it by 3 goals to 1, and that's all from myself.